Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about pedagogy for multiliteracy learning in early childhood. I researched two peer-reviewed articles and sought to explore contemporary teaching pedagogies and digital technology. Both support children's multiliteracy learning and development. This video will take about 10 minutes. It has been an exciting experience for me. I would like to share with you. The first point of reflection from the article Supporting Young Children's Oral Language and Writing Development is that educators should create a language-rich environment for children, which means that the children need to be exposed in a language-rich environment in their early learning years. According to Follows and Oakley 2024, language learning is not only about reading and writing. There are a range of learning contexts to engage children with their language development. For example, children can develop their language through a social dramatic play. They can have a lot of discussion and conversation by dressing up different costumes. The social dramatic play links with children's real life. It provides opportunities for children to create their own world by talking as their pretended roles. Storytelling is also an effective method to support children's oral language development. Educators can present children a story with several techniques, such as props, musical instruments, and audience participation. Or children can tell a story to each other. Each is important to support children's listening and speaking. A second point of reflection from the article Supporting Young Children's Oral Language and Development is that how early childhood teachers' participation supports children's oral language development. This article also points that educators can use slower, less complex, and more focused language modes to support children's language learning. The research, Teacher and Child Conversation in Preschool Classroom, contributes to children's vocabulary development, shows that educators use responsive strategy during communication with children can help children to gain more vocabulary growth. The book, What Teachers Need to Know About Language, highlights that educators play an important role in supporting children's language development through literacy. The research supporting young children's oral language development in a preschool classroom indicates that during non-teacher directed time, like mealtime and free playtime, educators can use a range of strategies such as asking open-ended questions to support children's interests and confidence. What can deliver a purposeful conversation to support children's oral language development. My third point of reflection from the article Supporting Young Children's Oral Language and Writing Development is that educators need to respect and understand language diversity to support children who speak a diverse language. According to Follows and Oakley 2024, it is significant for educators to foster children's self-identity and encourage children to speak their home language in the early childhood settings. It is also important for educators to help children's family to understand the advantages of using first language as a tool for their second language learning. Educators also can create a learning environment which can reflect different cultures and languages. Children will have a sense of belonging when they can hear their home language in the early childhood settings. Early Learning Years Framework states that educators should implement curriculum based on all children's identities, cultures, abilities. The book, Children, Language and Literacy, Divides the Learners in Device Times points out that children have the potential to become multilingual in particular social and educational contexts. My first of reflection from the article Supporting Young Children's Oral Language and Writing Development is that educators should provide daily routine to support young children's writing. According to this article, writing for children is not just generating written texts. It is about how to make communication through their texts, like speaking. The EYLF also states that educators need to provide a range of resources such as images and print to encourage children to express their ideas and meanings. According to Follows and Oakley 2024, the purpose of writing should be related to children's life experience, such as writing a shopping list, writing a procedure for cooking biscuits. The article Who Writes, What, When, Examining Children's Early Composing explains that the composing skills, such as organizing ideas logically, using appropriate vocabulary and grammar, is crucial to children's literacy learning. According to the article, Examining Early Childhood Teachers' Writing Practices, indicates that the children can gain more strong writing skills through composing a text rather than handwriting and spelling. My last point reflection from the article Supporting Young Children's Oral Language and Writing Development is that development of children's fine and motor skills is important for their language learning. Bowles and Oakley 2024 states that fine motor coordinations is important to children's handwriting skills. For toddlers, they need a range of experience to develop their motor skills, such as building blocks, playing with puzzles, scribbling, painting, and drawing. All these activities can help young children to develop their hand-eye coordination and hand movement. The article Effects of Physical Activity on Motor Skills and Cognitive Development in Early Childhood, a systematic review, also highlights that the effectiveness of physical activity on motor skill has a great impact on children's language learning. According to article The Development of Motor and Pre-Literacy Skills by Physical Education Program in Preschool Children, physical education program can improve children's motor skills and cognitive skills. The first point of reflection from the article Powerful and Playful Literacy Learning with Digital Technologies is that supporting young children with digital educational apps can help children to develop their language learning. My first point of reflection from the article Powerful and Playful Literacy Learning with Digital Technologies is that supporting young children with digital educational apps can help children to develop their language learning. The article states that when children are learning writing, the iTunes App Store has 240 educational games to engage children with language learning through play. According to the article, Literacy and Technology in the Early Years of Education, there is a beneficial relationship between literacy learning and digital technology when educators and families are using technology as a conductor for communication. Follows and Oakley 2020 states that an app which can help children to develop their oral language is called Sock Puppets. Children can control the digital sock puppets with talking to the device. Through this process, children enjoy replaying, recording their sound to the device, which can help them to reflect upon their words and sentences. My second point of reflection from the article Powerful and Playful Literacy Learning with Digital Technologies is that children interact with the web in an appropriate way can improve their literacy learning. According to Follows and Oakley 2020, using the web, such as listening to music, playing games, watching video clips, can meet children's learning needs. They recommended some useful webs for educators to select for children, such as StoryBee, Sounds for Little Kids, and PlaySchool. These online resources provide children with a range of opportunities to listen and speak with entertainment. The article, The Influence of Young Children's Use of Technology on Their Learning, points out that the children can enhance their collaboration and interaction with others and their development of multilingualism through digital technology. The article, Children and Adolescents and Digital Media, also states that using social media provides more opportunities for children to gain new ideas and knowledge. My third point of reflection from the article Powerful and Playful Literacy Learning with Digital Technologies is that digital photographs can support children with documenting their experience. They can revisit and share their experience with their peers by using images, stories, and sound. According to the article Affordance and the Limitations of Electronic Storybooks for Young Children's Emergent Literacy, digital storybooks have an advantage of stimulating the experience of reading and listening to a story, providing a qualitative form than traditional paper books. The books investigating mathematics, science, and technology in early childhood indicates that the effective way to use digital technology in the classroom is to create children's own digital storybooks. Children can use digital camera to take photos which they are interested in and make up their own stories. According to the article Designing for Device Classrooms Using Apps and Digital Cameras to Compose eBooks with Emergent Bilingua for Year-old, also states that children can use digital images for conversation and composing and improving their writing skills. My last point of reflection from the article Powerful and Playful Literacy Learning with Digital Technologies is that digital video can support children's oral language learning. According to Follows and Oakley 2020, digital video can help children to improve listening, speaking, and reflecting. Educators can take a video from children's daily experiences or activities, then talk with children by asking open and ended questions, encouraging children to predict and imagine. During this process, children have a range of opportunity to improve their vocabulary. The article Cartoon Video Assisted Learning states that the cartoon video assists children to gain incidental vocabulary when they are watching it. It points out that Vygotsky's theory about language learning occurs when learners interact with other people and media. Incident vocabulary occurs when children obtain new words from a particular video without intentional purpose. Cartoon videos provide visual and audio for the whole story. It is easy for children to understand the content of the story. In conclusion, by exploring the key points from 2 peer-reviewed articles, I understand that children's multiliteracy learning involves a range of aspects. As educators, we should understand that children's language learning occurs everywhere in the early childhood settings. Educators can use different appropriate teaching strategies to support children's language learning. Multiliteracy supports children to participate in an interconnected and complex world. Educators play an important role in supporting children's multiliteracy learning. Thank you.